Hello everyone, good evening. Let's do some vehicle scavenging. What the fuck is this? Really? Really? Alright. Let's give the guy a hose. I hope you can hear me well. Yesterday I've added a refueling system where you can refuel your gas tanks or your jerry cans on gas objects. And today we're going to do some more vehicle scavenging where you can scavenge vehicle parts and eventually fuel from spawned vehicles. Oop. Let's set the scene. Dun, 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 dun. Vehicle tests. Right. Hey Sasa. Sound check, video check, we're ready for takeoff. Alright, thank you for confirming. This is the pilot speaking. Taking a sip of water. Hope you're all well hydrated. Because of health. Science. Right. The vehicle condition issue is fixed. That was a problem with the event handler. So we had that multiply after restarts. You need to check if it's refueling is actually in. So currently the hose needs a new picture. That's just a just for now until I place the picture, obviously. Oh, I also took the model. Oops. Hydration is life, stay alive. Yeah. So imagine that looks like a hose and you have some empty and a fuel canister and empty fuel canister. Approach a vehicle that is that holds fuel. Oh. Fail, get fuel. Oh, okay, that's a conflict. Right. So, okay, that makes sense. Why though was the scavenge vehicle activated? I don't understand. So that's actually an interesting bug. So this is also oh, scavenge loot vehicle. No, why? Ah, okay, I bugged it. So actually I just noticed an issue. So this vehicle is something I can scavenge, right, from the old scavenging system. Sorry, just got a little confused. And I added a system to it that allows me to get fuel. In order to measure if an object is looted, I set a variable specific to that object to true or false. And if it's false, I can no longer loot that, right? So if I scavenge that once, scavenge, come on. Never do a hold action at the beginning of the mission. Cruise drop to the ground. Right, so this is looted, and now the hold action will no longer appear because the hidden variable tells me that this vehicle has already been looted. Now, the problem is, when I use any refill system, it checks if my object, my target, was already siphoned for fuel. Yeah, man, I didn't realize it's the usual scavenging, and you know why? Because I named my vehicle scavenging, right? And it showed vehicle scavenging, so I was like confused. And then the issue that so this vehicle holds now a Boolean variable. A Boolean variable is true or false, yes or no. And the actual refueling or getting the fuel system assigns it a numerical, an integer variable, so 1 to 1 million, or in my case 1 to 200,000. And this is actually creating a conflict, so that's good that I noticed that. Might be a little small. I can siphon that from the map object gas tank. I got 9 liters of fuel out of this. So that works. And what does it stack? Can now also, if I have 2 half empty fuel canisters, I can now also fill up. It's like a restack. Let me show you. If I have 2 half full fuel canister, I can fill both into one. Yeah, I did not want the canteen. So we have 2 fuel canisters. We want to make sure that we do not use too much space, so we can transfer. I found the term decant fuel online for transferring liquids, but I'm not sure if it's the correct one, so help me out if you have a better word for it. Yeah, sort of. I needed to change it a little bit, but it's similar to repack. So we have one empty and one with 20 liters. Same we can do with drinkable liquids. So the cool thing is that I can now opens the menus, like I can either empty the canister, I can decant it, or I can drink it. There shouldn't be any conflict as of yesterday. If I choose one option, the others disappear. I try it this way with no other option to decant, I just get the options that I can actually use. Chat should actually start to put stuff into the hands during this process, that would be cool. It is empty. Right, I tried. So far so good. So the only thing left now that I need to check is how to fill up already, you know, if a few canisters like that. I have currently not scripted that I can use that and go to a vehicle and fill it up. Same with drinking items. So, because that's actually something I want to implement, but it's a bit complicated with the whole counting stuff. So yeah, pretty much all objects in the major mods, Cup, Journals, Redux, and all of ArmA, wherever it makes sense, you can get fuel from if you have a empty fuel can and if you have a hose. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we need a new sound for the fuel siphoning. Thank you. The fuel siphoning would actually be the better term, right? Let's rename it. Does that everybody agree? Fuel siphoning? Fuel siphoning. Well, you can vote, you can be part of VA now. Get fuel. Fuel. Oh, no, actually that's the wrong one. Restack fuel. I called it restack fuel. I was a bit lazy there. Decant, we will rename it to siphon fuel. Right. Right. I would have done it anyway. Right. Good. Why am I puke? I drank too much, okay. Sorry guys. Repair vehicle, we don't want that. What we want to do is create a scavenge system now. So that we got the vehicle maintenance system. So we could repair broken stuff. Nothing is broken here, so we can't. What we need now is if we find a pristine car, but we already have a car, we can choose to scavenge one car and add these parts to our car, or as an additional car. Siphoning, okay. No, I didn't drink gas. Is fuel amount permanent? Yep. So it's the same system like scavenging. If I loot a siphoningable object, it will be empty until server restart. With the option, same as trees, that we make it persistent until server base wipe. That's the sound for fuel siphoning. Where did he get your fuel from, man? Right. I prepared a little bit already. Vehicle scavenging. So Sasa, you can see, like, you need to keep your stuff organized when you script. It will help you a lot. Ask the dude how how my project was before he joined. It's a mess. Okay. Okay. Let's create a loop. We need to look at the vehicle. We need to be alive. Actually add the condition that the cursor object needs to be alive. Oh wait, that's stupid. Never mind. Oh, syphilis. Are we talking about the spelling or the how we phrase it? So we spell it with epsilon, but we spell it like a hard siphoning. Wait. Okay, I'll Google it. I'll find out. Proud of you. Thank you, man. That means a lot, you know that. Oh, it actually brought us forward, so some order is good. You were young, people used to wait for months to fuel tanks in cars. Oh, and you grew up in Siberia, right? Or lived there? Oh, okay, in the war-torn country. Alright, that's a completely different story then, yeah. The funny. Alright. I'll look into it. But written like that is good, right? Oh, siphoning. Okay. Siphoning. Right. We have an init where we have the respawn event handler that respawns that thing here whenever we die. And here we have the old action scavenge vehicle. That might be a bit confused. Or parts. Dude, do we have a better hold action for that than repair? I think not, but wait, I can actually check myself. Apple tree. Let's take the apple tree one. With a couple of, the dude found a couple of, got a couple of hold action icons that we can use. Toolbox. Could use toolbox, repair, refuel. Oh yeah. Use refuel for get fuel. Get fuel. So we want to show the get fuel icon. Not actually sure if I'm using that for other stuff. Refueling maybe. Yeah, I'm using it for the refueling. Okay. Yeah, dude, I think I found it. Let's check in a sec. I believe siphoning is also correct, but not preferred. Okay. Ah, I'll do some googling. Yeah, maybe. Like gas versus fuel. British versus American English. Take another sip, guys. Stay hydrated, stay alive. Okay. That's the wrong. Topic of the stream: proper pronunciation and spelling and writing. Tukabliati. Right, focus. Focus, speedy. Do some testing. Creating fake functions now. I can easily use them without restarting the game. You just wrap around code brackets around your script, give it the actual variable name that you will use afterwards as a function name, and then I can just paste this into the game, and this function here will be recognized, and if I change something and copy it over again, the function is updated. It's quite a quick way to develop new functions on the go. Stack, we don't want that. We don't need that, we want to define these base variables. Focus, focus. Took full out. That might be the best solution though. It will be the apocalypse, so who cares about fancy words, right? Took a blotting. Did I change again here? Shit. Okay, the week. Okay, hold on. Pink. My brains. Right. So you see I've updated the function, I'm pasting it in here again, I can use it again. Now, so the game will initiate, it will define some base variables. This is my array that holds the hold actions in order to manage them. So I use arrays of hold actions so I can concentrate some hold actions into an array and then delete them. I might show it afterwards, but it's a nice way to manage hold actions and some base variable. This makes that the hold action is reattached to the player after respawn. We'll have multilingual support so anyone can contribute his own version of the hold action description. Yes, and the emote system. I actually wanted to mention that before. So the dude started with that, where he started to create a database where he overwrote basically my written hints and hold actions and all that stuff, and set up the basis for us to allow other translations. The problem is that a lot of new stuff has been added and a lot of stuff has been changed, so I think this system is still there, right? But we probably have to go over the functions again. And I think we do that in the end, because at the moment I'm changing so much stuff. But it's good that we will have that system, so you know, people can supply their own languages. And it's a community effort then, it's not all on us then. Right. So, we initiate, the hold action starts. The hold actions, if I'm looking at the vehicle, it will give me the option to, it will add the function to like, well, it will open the hold action generator for the scavenging. And depending on the condition of the vehicle, it will spawn different things. This works the same as the vehicle repair. But what we look for now is parts that are pristine or only damaged to a certain extent, so we don't want any destroyed stuff. It's currently on hold. On the moment things are finalized, I can start adding things instead of text, and then anyone can translate it to whether language ArmA support. Correct, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think that will be great. Oh, Sasa, by the way, Valmont just posted that in the bug reports about Lamp's Danger FSM seems to be another AI mod. I don't know it, but I think it's more up to date, so maybe check that out as well. It's in the bug reports channel, so you find a link. Right. Well, let's simplify stuff. We'll have, the dude and I had a discussion lately where we agreed more or less how to do this. So imagine you're looking at the car. On the other hand, you have the vehicle repair system where you use spare parts to either replace the wheels or light bulbs, or you take motor parts to repair an engine or so, plus tools of course. Now here we need to create a system where you, and this is the template from the vehicle repair one. I'll use a similar approach, but I'll have to overwrite this. This is currently spawning wrong stuff. And it's just a template, so I don't have to rewrite everything from scratch. What we do now is we look at the vehicle, and if we have a pristine wheel, a pristine tire, like in a 100% not damaged, we'll be able to take that away and carry it with us or put it onto our own vehicle. So that's the simple part, right? We just need to make sure whenever there's a proper wheel, we can scavenge it. If there is a motor, an engine, we can scavenge motor parts from it. That will just take all the motor parts and will leave the engine broken. So the next person that goes to the car will not be able to use it. I think ASR is outdated. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. It's been a while. I didn't care for AI for a very long time, so community will know best there. But I heard about Lamp's FSM thingy. So you guys test and let me know. the light bulbs will be replaced, so you can take them out. And for the things that you can take out so that you can scavenge, like the light bulbs and the tires, we thought it would be fun if you had like multiple options. So first, if the wheel is proper functioning, like just 100% no damage on it, then you can just take it off and put it onto your vehicle. We figured that you can do that for, let's say, tires that are not damaged more than, or that are functional 90 or 95%. If a tire is damaged more, so it's let's say it's 30 or 40% damaged, if you scavenge it, you will get a broken or a damaged tire. Now a damaged tire, we figured you can repair with certain tools, right? If you have a tire repair kit, you'll be able to use this not destroyed but damaged tire, and you can make it pristine again, or just, you know, not damaged. Then you can add it to the other vehicle again, or you can return it to the car, and you'll get a fully functional wheel again. If the wheel is more than 40% damaged, you can only replace it. How many of you care about car lights? Yeah, let me know. Think about that. You might not be see anything without car lights in the nights. Okay, let's start. It's my main source of light in single player. Yeah, that happens quickly in Ravage. Let's block out some stuff. Just for testing, we only need one. We'll start with the wheels. Keep things simple. Yeah, it's cool. I think it's kind of cool tool to use as well. So Valmont says that the lamps via VSM is... Oh, you've seen it, okay. So lamp danger VSM seems to be... FSM seems to be compatible with VA. Okay, let's do something. Get hit point damage. If the damage is below... So 1 is fully damaged and 0 is no damage. Damage is bigger than 0.4, which is equivalent to bigger than 40%. Then we can scavenge. That we need a hold action generator. Just copying over another template. Scav. Vehicle scav, hold action generator. Now what we do is we create the additional hold action that will let us allow to take off the wheel. So we need to pass on, and then this here is the arguments that we... No, params arguments? I don't even know. That we pass into the script. So we want to take this into the script. CO is the cursor object. I have to sneeze. The vehicle we look at, the VA tire, is the object we loot or we repair. Actually, the old system it was the material, but in that case it will be the reward. Just thinking. Tire. Okay, we can do that afterwards. We'll just pass in tire, so the system knows afterwards we're talking about tires. It passes on what part we're looking at. It passes on a text, but here we change replace to scavenge. The picture is the repair one, we can leave that for now. Hold action it uses, and 5 is the duration. Okay. Actually pretty much the same. We should pass on the damage as well actually. Actually we can get it in the script as well. Right. So this is now a hold action template. So this is a template hold action, and it will fill in all the information we have passed on from here. We look at something, we get information, and with that information we spawn this function here. And what this function does is it takes this information and creates a hold action with it. Line 30, bad pace. This? Oh, okay, now I see what you mean, thank you. What the hell? Perfect, thank you. So on scav wheel, you get wheel. What it does to vehicle. What do you mean? Scav wheel. It will take away the vehicle once the scavenging is completed. With wheel you mean the tire, right? Or do you mean the hold action circle wheel thingy? I'm assuming you get... Okay, so on scavenging wheel, you get wheel. What? It will just take away the respective wheel. That's what we're currently generating. I hope that was the question. Sorry. Everything that's global here, that doesn't have a... what the hell do you call that? That small... This is a local variable, and this here is a global variable. The other scripts can see that. Other scripts cannot see that. The wheel indicator will not be there, because the damage of the tire will be 1. So if you look at the fully scavenged vehicle, you do not get the scavenge actions, because there will be no scavengeable parts, basically. In it, change the condition. This gives us a little bit more control over how the hold action is shown. We don't want to let the hold action show if it shouldn't show. And now this is the repair part, right? The hold action that actually repairs stuff. And now we need to reverse engineer that so it will take off stuff. So we start with pretty much the same parameters, right, that we passed in. The object we're looking at, the material that we use up, in that case it's the material that we produce. The part we're looking at, in that case it's the part that we need to set to fully damaged, that's no longer working. Yeah, the scavenged part will be the scavenged part of the vehicle will be shown as damaged because it's gone. So, which means it's no longer usable and you need to repair it. Then again with materials or wheels or replace stuff. Vehicle hold action name, picture, duration, right. Fuel. That's a exception here for the in case we're looking at fuel, we can leave that actually. Also for fuel, we need to have a fuel related action where we access the fuel tank, and then again, we instead of refueling, we get the fuel. But now we ignore the refueling because we'll have to change it after. Ignore it for okay. So progress, do we need anything in progress? The tires we will only take away once the hold action is completed. There's no need to do something, to build up progress or so and do something constantly. So we're in the completed section of the hold action. This is the code that gets executed once the hold action is completed, right? So in here, the code section is our own scope for itself. So we had to pass in the earlier parameters, the part, the vehicle we look at, the materials. Okay, we don't need that. So another fuel exceptions in case we look at fuel, so we need this part. This is the code part that deals in case we're looking at the wheel. Progress is the repair animation, yeah, pretty much. Exactly. So in case we're looking at replacing a tire, once the action is completed, it removes a tire. We don't need that anymore. We want to add a tire. Tire. Remember that all our items that we create in VA are classed as magazine. FYI. That's actually pretty cool. We can just use the old template. So what we change is instead of destroying, removing a tire because we put it onto the car, we get a tire. But that's not that simple. We also have to repair it. So here we're using a Killzone Kit repair script that is multiplayer compatible, and it will just set the tire we're looking at to destroy it. Now we're getting a tire, right? We can, if we just add it to the player like this, the tire is a heavy object, it's big. If the player doesn't have enough space, it will just be lost. So what we need to do is add an exception, so that in case the player doesn't have enough space, it will instead drop the tire next to him. And that we also use in a lot of occasions, so we can just copy paste that stuff. Question is just drinking is bad because drinking doesn't need that. Refilling does have that. So what this code does is basically it checks if the player can add the tire. So it will check if there's enough space for the tire somewhere in the player's inventory. If that's the case, it will just add the player it will add the tire to the player once. And I'm using a local variable here because we need to add one more step. So let's just talk about the tire. It can add the tire, so it places it in the player. When you use multiple different, if you use this, wait, I need to think. That's fine. I'm using this method here in case I'm working with a couple different items. This is what basically returns the display name, so the pretty looking name, not the technical class name. And I can use that then instead of the boring class name, because if I would just call this name the class name, you know, in some emotes or in a message, it would look bad because it's just VA3.0 tire or something. And here we can use the pretty name. What I'm thinking is actually, since I'm only using tires here, I could save some code and just use hard-coded strings, which are a simpler type of code. A name. So instead of formatting a text and getting it from config files, we can just use this. Oh, actually no, wait. We'll leave it, because we will, up here, we will decide if we're looking at a old tire or a new tire. If, and for that we get again the part. The damage of the part get hit. Get hit point damage. So the CO remembers cursor object or vehicle, we get the damage of this part. If that is, let me think, smaller than 0 points, 9, no, 0.1, so barely any damage, smaller or equal than 0.1, that means it's if it's only 10% damage or less, then else so let's start again. So we have this hold action, we're looking at the car, we want to get the vehicle. We run the hold action. Once the hold action is terminated, it will start the script that will give me the wheel. Here it's just because I'm also using this hold action to scavenge other stuff. It will check if my part that I was looking at, that was selecting, is part of the wheels. If it's part of the wheels, then we start the wheels scavenging script here. This whole part. Now, first we want to know, are we looking at getting a pristine tire, or are we looking to get a damaged tire? To find that out, we will define tire as a private local variable, an empty one. Actually, we could simplify it a little bit. Tire. So by default, the tire we put on is the pristine one. Now, if the tire that we look at, the part of the car is actually damaged more than 10%, we want to get a damaged tire. So we save some code. Always keep it simple. Then the tire equals to tire damaged. We need to create a new item for that. But as you can see now, private actually makes that this local variable private is also recognized in lower scopes. So if I go into further code, open more code brackets, tire without the private would not be recognized in here. And that only works downwards. I'm probably explaining that terribly, but there's some BI forum entries on it. Good. So you basically decide either it's a new tire or a broken tire. That's what this does. Then we move on. We have the object, which is a new tire or broken tire. If the player can add the tire, it will move it right into the magazine. And now you can see actually this is helpful again, because tire might be different. It's either this one or this one, and both have different display names. So we can use this variable and we can get the display name from the config file of whatever tire this variable stands for. Why you even want the damaged tire item? The damaged tire item is the one we can repair. So you will have a destroyed state, damaged state, and a pristine state, sort of. You can only scavenge it if it's either pristine or if it's damaged. If it's damaged, you will be able to repair it afterwards with a tire repair kit. I don't know if you have a better word for it. Maybe damaged is not bad, but or an old tire or something. I don't know. But it's still useful, so you'll still be able to use the object. You just have to invest some more resources and work in order to get it up to quality. And you pick it up, you play some sound that you're actually putting something in your bag, which is funny because it's a whole tire, but let's not go further into that. And in case you cannot add the tire, it will instead start a script where the tire gets placed next to you. it finds a position next to the player, a bit in the air, so it will fall to the ground, which is the weapon holder simulator. Weapon holders weapon holder simulated, which has simulation to the object. It's an invisible container that can hold items that are then shown, and it will fall to the ground because it has physics simulated. I mean, you will fix the tire while it's on the car. You don't need to actually take it off, have an additional item for it, fix it and put it back. Yeah, but what if you want to put it onto another car? If you want to take it away from the car to take it into your bigger car and get stack up on tires and so on. So we need a scavenging anyway. And if you look at the car and it has, the logic can be a bit simpler if it. I disagree. The logic can be a bit simpler. If a tire is damaged and you can fix it, you just apply the repair kit on the tire. Well, yeah, that's true, but that's another system then. That would be part of the repair system. So currently the repair system only has the replace function, and what we add now with the scavenging is that you can get pristine or damaged tires from vehicles, like from actual drivable vehicles, and then you can use it however you want, maybe on another vehicle, or you just store it. Yeah. And we can discuss, I mean, should we be able to, and I have no idea about cars, but should we be able to fix a tire on the car, or shouldn't we first take it away and then fix it? I think the process would be a bit more fun, like to take it away. Else it's just the same thing again as replacing. But that's actually a next step. So right now the idea is to get the tire away. And the tricky part is obviously if the if the vehicle is damaged, we don't want the players to get a pristine tire, right? Because that would just be duping. You get the tire away, you put it back because it's unpristine. The players should only be able to scavenge a tire if it's worth it. If it's damaged, you get a damaged tire, and you can fix that, and then you can use it again however you want. Thanks for the animations, dude. Repair needle, nice. I'll try it afterwards. Right, you always take it off, and I think it would be more fun. I'll be there. Couldn't make it the other day. My baby girl was born that Friday. Dude, congrats. Belmont has a baby. Very good. Very, very good. Happy. Nice. Belmont gets a medal for that. So for anyone not on Discord, on the stream channel, basically Belmont just announced baby daughter. Awesome. It's like the best thing that can happen. Getting babies. Babies everywhere. The worst thing that could happen is that my music just stops playing and I don't notice. Here we go again. Right. Back to coding. Quickly double check. Don't need the max capacity. cargo space, we have the magazine quantity, ammo counts. Is that ammo count optional? I don't need that. Alright, okay, so just put in one. So we have the tire that gets added to the new weapon simulator, which that basically does, it creates an invisible box and in that the item is placed. Glad text, that works, blah 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 blah, good. Fix a flat. Yeah, we can discuss tire repair kits afterwards, how to do that. It will be a crafting recipe basically. Good. So let me see. What we need to do now is to make sure that stuff resets properly. Check. Gaff. So what this does is basically calls after you completed the action, it will call the scavenging actions up again, so you can see an updated version of the available scavenging that you can do. Tire, that's probably man's time slap. That sounds kind of something disgusting. You guys keep drinking? Keep drinking. This is the moment now where we should probably start a test. Okay, let's go through it. The init is here. This is how we get check for scavenging. That's here. Then we call the scavenging check. Okay. We need that as a fake function as well. Gaff. Always gotta be careful with opening and closing brackets. Okay, back to scavenging, it's fine. From here we call the generator, which we also create a fake function for it. This is just temporary. Right. Okay. Actually, let's add a tire first. Nah, screw it, we do a first test with it. So first we get the base variables, well, one by one. Then we get the scav hold action check that lets us allow to check if the vehicle has something to scavenge. From there we go to the scavenging check again. No, not again, that's the next tier. Looks at each part and returns a scavenge hold action in case that part meets our conditions. From there we open the hold action generator, the information we've gathered. Which is this. Right, now I'm nervous. Now we need to manually call the hold action. Sweet. Okay. So so far it works. We can now scavenge. You guys ready? I'm a bit nervous actually. Okay, it didn't work. Scavenge for parts. So let's see. Scavenge vehicle for parts, we're in here. We completed it. Okay. We get the vehicle scavenging thingy. It's defined, that's right. Completed. To call that. Oh. Oh. Gaff. So it does nothing, which means something might not be defined. Something. This is not the action part of scripting. Right, if it doesn't work, simplify. I'm just checking parts of the script to see which one doesn't do what it should do. All of this does what it should do. Checks one as well. Interesting. So if you don't know why something's not working, you can start to add system chat hints. So you can see how long they're displayed, until when they're displayed. Scav Gen 1. Wondering if at all this script is triggered. Oh, okay, here. I'm exiting the script in case the material is not in inventory, which doesn't make sense here because we don't need that. We get the inventory, we don't need to do the inventory. That's right. Can also remove. Okay. So re-add the scavenging hold action generator. It resets properly, that's good. Diagnostic logs, yeah, exactly. Right guys, are you ready? Ooh. Oh, okay, I didn't reset that yet. Fine, that's actually working. Cool. Right, so I can scavenge now. Okay. Good. As you can see, it shows me now what tires I can scavenge. All have 0 damage. Maybe I change that to 100% durability instead of 0% damage. What do you guys think makes more sense, that I show the damage on it or the durability? Guess the durability. Left. Yay! Yay! Oh. Hold on. Okay, we need to check that. Okay, there's a problem. Right front tire, right back tire. Interesting. That shouldn't show up. Scavenge right back tire. Oh, this is special. This is only for 2-wheelers. Scavenge. Which one is weird? Scavenge right back tire. Right back. Fuck. You do that to me. It's scary because that might mean that there's also a bug cursor. There might also be a bug in the... There's no wheel. But how can that have no damage? Ah, fuck ArmA. Cursor, object, damage, 0. Let's get the right front tire. Left front tire. Oh, okay. Hold on. Why does it do that? Yeah. Hmm. Could... Could have to do with that line. This was the fix we applied for invisible wheels. And maybe this is messing us now. Let's create our own repair function here for scavenging. Simplified again. Create a fake function so we can test it right away on the fly. Equals scav. Changed in the wrong file. What? Ah. Nearly screwed up times. That's why I work with GitHub. It's added 4 times, that makes sense. Why? Oh. Oh. Yeah, I don't know what. Kind of weird that it does it for 3 out of 4 wheels. What the actual fuck? Let's try for a different model. What? 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 What are you doing? No, it's an ArmA thing. I think it's behaving in a way that I don't understand. Just tried to figure out, so the script will now tell me I'll just get a little bit more information out of the script to find out what it's actually doing. So every time something's removed, it will tell me a part name. Need that anymore. Yeah, I should probably. Maybe there's a good use for that faulty script. Oh, I starved. Right, let's re-add the script. Pretty sure it's not going to take long, and there will be this aha effect, and we know what's going on. I will start to reduce that one here. That bit has still too much potential issues. I'll start to remove that one. Sec. But you want from me? All right. Okay, scavenge left front tire. The one to my left here. Oh shit. System chat needs to get a string that it can show. Recrunch it next time. Yeah, I don't need to crunch because everything I wrote is not applied to the mod yet, so that's fine. Now the problem is one of my hold actions had a script error, and then all the hold actions get bugged, so we cannot have any error. It's bad for us. Getting annoyed by that music. Different music. Better music. Right. You can see how repetitive, tedious coding can be. I spend whole nights like that. Isn't that weird? Fuck, did I apply all of them? Left front tire. I didn't even change anything. Why? The hell? Maybe the movement destroys. Left back tire. Let's do this one here. Left back. Wait. Sort of not getting the right tires. Right back tire. That's interesting. But off from old age, yeah, that's the best best explanation I have so far. Simplified stuff. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how it gets it wrong this time. I'm sure it's a stupid mistake somewhere. Right front tire. It seems to. But now the two front wheel worked. Right front tire. Why? Doesn't seem to update the model, maybe? So confused. What's happening? Okay. This is all the damage that's on there. Usually the first few ones are the wheels. Left back tire, right back tire. Let's turn to our left. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Okay. No, the functions are updated because they're really just variables being overwritten. That's not the problem. I think the problem is more about this here. I've just updated an empty. Let me check. It applied 1 damage to an empty. Rock you like a hurricane. Yo, Valmont, congratulations, man. Nice stuff. Is everybody healthy? All good? Did you pass out? It's okay if you pass out. I nearly puked. My baby was born. Because I didn't really eat, so that was not smart. Now the functions are updating because I can add the system chats and stuff. Oh wait, maybe it's in here. Maybe I'm not passing on the right nation. Guys, enjoy the beer. I'm sure it's well deserved. Were you able to attend the birth, or did you have to stay outside? Here, dads can stay until like 2 hours after the birth, and then they have to leave. I have to pick duration. The fuck. these are all different. That's right, works. And then we call the hold action generation, yes. Yeah, let's simplify stuff. Let's get everything out here that we don't really need. Okay. Want that. Don't care about all of them. We can all add that in again later. I don't know, man. So far I had no report on Warcraft Ost, and I don't know, I didn't care. I got annoyed by the old music. So far it was not a problem, but maybe it's just a matter of time. But it's okay with these streams. I mean, they're probably most interesting to watch live, if at all. And so, okay. I'll have to dig out some better sources, but also for music that I enjoy listening to, like for a longer time. Just cleaning up here, so we only have the functions in that we really want to do stuff. Fuel, we don't care about fuel part. Let's remove that. Maybe that does something. Part, cursor object. Material. Let's add another tip here, another system chat. Yeah, man. I'm hardcore. I'm hardcore. If they don't pay me, they don't pay me. Ooh, damn. Fuck the system. Recently we had 11 people viewing, I mean, you know. Very close to my billions. So, you gotta be prepared. Yeah, no, see, I mean. Even if the videos get blocked, it's not such a shame. Here's Daddy-O, yep. If part. And the variable part does not get changed anywhere. So object is also clear. Okay. Let's try again. Yep. No, I would never buy a Lamborghini because I cannot drive, so that'd be stupid. I would buy a helicopter. Yeah, I got a Lamborghini now, so who cares about my YouTube career? add functions again. At least stuff is not much simplified, so maybe we can easier find the issue. No, never made it. I was left in the city, and yeah, I started once, but then it was so annoying that I stopped again. In cases it's a bit inconvenient, but actually, I mean, don't really need it in Switzerland. I think the worst is when you move and you don't have it. Like if you move flats. Yeah, only public transport. Which was alright. I lived like 8 years only in the city, and there you just don't have a car. And now public transport in Switzerland is so good, so you have like trains every 5, 10, 15, 30 minutes. And my wife has a car, so she's driving since it's like 18. If we need to go somewhere by car, she drives. And for some holidays it would be good. Right front tire, that's this one. Well, and of course I move around with my helicopter that I bought from the 11 viewers. Left back tire, let's try this. So the hull deck, the system chat indicates that something's not right. One. Yep, I can drink all I want. You see, I did it the smart way. Okay. Okay. So part seems to be returning the wrong thing. Cursor object material parts. Right? I did good. So here part returns. Oh, I'm so stupid. Seriously. Just silly person. Oh, I'm so stupid. Should take away my ArmA license. That would be a thing. actually all repaired. Yeah. Yeah, actually, I mean, if you think about it, like, if I start to drive now, I'll have like about 12 years of driving experience to catch up. That's going to be a challenge. Yeah, but I was young and lazy, so. Left. Yeah, it was no, not that. No, that's just for the reporting now. But it was certainly the problem. So hit right front wheel. Okay, that's correct. Right front wheel. Okay, that's correct. I wonder what happens. Maybe. Right front is no longer there. That's good. Actually, let's look at the car now. Back to 2. Right front wheel. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, let's try the next one. Right. Left back tire. Left back wheel. What was damaged here? Left back wheel. I think we're removing invisible wheels. $70. That one. $50. Left back wheel. What? We targeted that, so what's the problem? Ah, okay, wait. Okay. It's the problem is the invisible wheels again. We need to pair them. Okay. Yep. Okay, I get it. So some vehicles have invisible wheels. Ah, that's that. Okay. Yeah, that was the problem. Do you remember when we figured out that even 4 wheels cars have 8 invisible wheels or 4 visible wheels and 4 invisible wheels? That's the problem. But we have a solution. We need to, okay. It thinks that the left wheel. Okay. We need to pair up stuff for 4-wheelers. Yep. Up here. So we already have that, now we use it again. I think we might have to use it a little bit differently than the repair one. Yeah. Then, okay, good. That's an error that we already know about, or a challenge, and we can fix it because we fixed it before with the repair. Just to get the logic straight. Okay. So now we need to filter out which are the visible wheels for four-wheelers. That we need a rifle. So I need to create groups now for the four-wheelers. I need to create a group so that it only checks for the visible wheels. I think that's the thing. This one we got right, this one no. This is the right... No way. It's the right front two wheel. Oh come on, fuck you ArmA. Alright, good night dude. Sleep tight. Tomorrow it will be fixed. Thanks for dropping in. I'll be calling it soon as well. Actually, I think I'm going to call it because it's already 11:30. So thanks everyone for joining. And next stream this will be fixed. Cheers.